Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Sagittarius is your bi-weekly general reading for the dates between the 23rd of January and the 6th of February. I'm going to draw 6 cards initially. The first 3 cards are going to relate to this last week in January and the second 3 cards are going to relate to this first week in February. I've already shuffled and meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera and then we'll get started. I had my eyes closed then. Okay, so let me just make sure these are in the right place. I know you think it doesn't matter, but it does, so... it does apparently. So, right, okay, for those of you that have watched me before, these are your cards. These are your clarifiers. Excuse me. Wow, and this is at the base of your reading. This is really nice. When we talk about the card at the base of the reading, that means your overall energy or your overall focus, what it should be over this next... excuse me, 2 weeks. And this is all, oh, how lovely. This is the marriage card. So this is the card of stability. These are like having the non-negotiables in your life, the needs in your life being met. That's what this 4 of Wands represents, okay? So maybe this is about, the structures in your life meeting all of your needs. That's what this card, the 4 of Wands, really represents, okay? And this is why I suppose we call it the marriage card, because in an ideally, when you are married, I'm not married, I've never been married, so I don't know, darlings, but when you are married, apparently, everything should be, all your needs should be met. I'm laughing because, my friends and family are married, so what can I... Anyway, darlings. So yeah, for you guys, maybe it's about understanding or establishing what your non-negotiables are, what your needs are, and about meeting those needs in order for you to feel secure and happy and content and passionate about the life that you're living. Okay, so let us now start. I tell you what, these cards today, it's funny because I've been away for so long, I've been ill for so long, so it's like the everything's open again now, so it's time open for business, time to work, so the universe knows I'm back. Okay, so we've got, my darlings, this is for this week, we've got this end up until the end of January. We start off with the 6 of Pentacles, and it's clarified here with this card, and it wants to turn over now. So we've got the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so good. Okay, so how nice is this, Sagittarius? Oh my gosh, how nice. We've got the 6 of Pentacles, which is a card of reciprocity, the 9 of Pentacles. Now, let's talk about Pentacles first of all. Pentacles are all those things that we put our energy into in order to manifest or to see come to fruition in this world, okay? So that can be our relationships, our friendships, our work, our homes, our families, anything that we put our energy and effort into in order to manifest. Now, it could be that, in the home and family area, there may have been some imbalance, some the 6 of Pentacles talks about balance, because the 6s are about harmony. That's beauty. They're about beauty. They're about appreciation of what is there, appreciation of what has happened, of what has occurred, and being repaired almost, or balance being restored because of the struggles that you've been through. So it could be that in the home and family, in your home, in your family, that there might have been some before this week, there might have been some instability. And now we're getting balance again. You're feeling like you're putting your energy into something and you're feeling happy. This can be sometimes, do you know what I'm just thinking now when I'm saying this? This can be when we're in relationships. You know, I've obviously been in relationships in my life. So my last relationship, I was in this relationship for 6 years, and I broke up with him when I was 31. And you put all this energy into it. So 5 of Pentacles, you know, I was like, well, you know, this relationship is meant to be working. Like, you know, this is the person that I'm meant to marry because I'm 30, so I'm going to get married soon, you know. And, you know, you put all this energy and this effort into sort of building this type of relationship, and it just never happened. Like, it just never happened. It just never came to fruition. So I realised that if I could just give myself that when I moved into this house, give myself that little bit of love, and I'll feel better, I'll feel happier, I'll feel love. And that's exactly what's happened. And it's like that for some of you. I get the impression that, you know, you've been in a relationship that hasn't been working for you, in a marriage that hasn't been working for you, and suddenly you realise how to achieve the type of balance that you want in that relationship. And it might be for some of you to become single, not necessarily, but it could be for some of you to sort of have some time out and to say, do you know what? Or even if you are in a marriage or in a relationship where you're living together, etc., it could be that some of you are like, I'm going to start giving myself some attention. I'm going to start giving myself some love. I'm going to start being clear about what my boundaries are. And you putting energy into upholding those boundaries, into sustaining that self-love, and that is actually going to help you to feel better. So even if it's not reciprocated initially, or it's not seemingly reciprocated, eventually it will be. So if you're someone who is struggling, you know, to gain that balance, I need to move on. I'm taking ages with these readings, honestly. The first reading I did was 40 minutes long. I'm like, I ain't got the energy for 40-minute readings. Okay, so you know, some of you could have been, even if it's not been reciprocated initially, it will be. We've got the Emperor next. Interesting. So we've got this card. Let's just kind of drink of water. So we've got this card, the Emperor, number 4 in the Major Arcana. Number 4 in the Major Arcana, the Emperor is proud and confident because of the experiences the Emperor has been through. Now remember, the 4s are related to the structures and the foundations in our lives, the things that we live by, you know, the things that are important to us, you know, your identity, the work that you do, the relationships that you have, and the self-love that you give to yourself, for example. So they could be like the 4 pillars, if you will, of life. And the Emperor understands what each of those things are for him, because he has spent time going within. He's spent time on the emotional journey to understand where he comes from, what he wants, why he's motivated. And that's really what you need to boss up this week. Some of you, or toward the end of January, you need to boss up some of you Sagittarius, and you need to actually be mindful and reflective of what it is actually what your non-negotiables are, what are the things that are going to give you that stability. And it's not just about saying, right partner or right job, this is what I need. It's about you understanding why you're in the situation that you're in the first place. Like, what got you to feel like this? What got you in this situation? You know, what motivated you to continue to work in this job, or to work in this role, or to be friends with this person, or to have this relationship the way that you've got it, when it's not been feeling good for you anyway? What motivated that? This is the type of questions that the Emperor asks you to reflect on, asks us to reflect on. So for you this week, it all seems to be about that. It seems to be about why are you where you are? Why are you where you are? Reflect on that and be honest with yourself about it, because you need to know that in order to have the security and the stability that you crave. Sorry, that's there. We've got the 2 of Wands and we've got the Tower. So let me just turn that mic over for a second. I love the Tower card, you know. I just don't want to get distracted. We've got the 2 of Wands first of all. So we've got I'm sorry. I was just about to say, you know, the 2 of Wands. 2s are about a commitments, partnerships, duality. diplomacy, you know. But this is, it seems to be that you have that within you. You seem to be the person in control this week, or Sagittarius. So what, you know, this last week of January, it seems to be that you are the one who's like wants to do something, wants to move, wants to go somewhere. And you're different. That was tiny, by the way. You're different. You're like, you need to, I'm sorry, I'm keep thinking about this card now because I turned it. This is why I don't turn him over, because I get distracted. That's why I can do one at a time. Because this card, man. Let me just bear with me a second. Okay, things are changing. That is, I can't even hear it all. Just let me try listening. For some of you, this is a sort of get out moment, as in like, oh, that film Get Out. I love that film. I watched it on a plane when I was like going to like Dubai or whatever, and everyone else was asleep, and I was like watching this film. I was like, oh my god, people wake up! I'm so scared. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Get out. Some of you know that you need to get out. Some of you know that you need to get out, and some of you know that you need to get out. Some of you know that you need to get out of the situation that you're in, and actually, not only do you know that, you're willing to take that to do that. You're willing to put the to put in the energy, put in the effort, take the steps in order to move or remove yourself from a situation. Now, the Tower moment is always a positive thing for me, because we know the universe has been listening and looking and paying attention to our lives when we see the Tower card, and it's saying that with the Tower card, we're always somewhere where we shouldn't be. Something in our life, one of our structures, one of our foundations, is not making us feel strong, is not providing the stability that it promises to provide us. And it's as if two of these wands are getting yanked away, and that just makes everything fall down. But the positiveness of that is that positiveness, that is the word, isn't it? The positive, what a strange word, positiveness. An active, I need to wait into English teaching mode then, I'm not going to do it. The positiveness of this card is that it removes the barriers to your happiness, the barriers to why you can't do the things that you want to do, why you can't go the places you want to go. Those barriers are gone. They're destroyed. They don't exist anymore. I mean, they might still be there. You still need to pay your bills, and you still need to, like, I don't know, whatever, you still need to do these things, but they don't seem like barriers anymore, not when the Tower hits. And that is what is so empowering about this card. That is why I love this card so much, because you can think for years and years and years, you can think the same thing. Oh, I need to continue to do this job because I need to pay my bills, or I need to stay in this relationship like I thought because I'm meant to get married to this person, or because, you know, I'm 30 now, or whatever, I'm 40 now and I've never been married and I want to have children, blah, blah, blah. I need to stay in this relationship. I need to do this. I need to... Because if I don't... Because it seems like everything else that would happen in your life would never come close to this thing that you've got, which you think is so right for you. But it isn't for some of you. You need to get out of it. And not only... Even if it seems insurmountable, so even if you think, well, you know, who leaves a relationship and who moves out of the house and, you know, leaves a relationship when you're 31 years old? But you do that because you want this for real. You want the Four of Wands for real. You don't want it fake. You don't want to be making allowances for some joker of a relationship when, not that he's well, yeah, he is a bit, to be I'll say that to him. Hi, Wes. But, you know, these, you don't stay in them. They're not stable, so they're gonna end up falling by the wayside. So it seems as if some of you, even if you're not making the decision this week, that's going to be happening for some of you this week. You're going to be you know, this month, you know, toward the end of January, you're going to be moving out of a situation, moving away from a situation. But it's significant that you do that, because what it provides you with is balance and security. What it provides you is you putting all this effort and time into being happy actually pays off, and you actually feel happy. Instead of trying to put all the energy and effort into downplaying your emotions and your feelings, actually you allow them to come up this is always happens with the eclipses. You allow those, you know, the tower moment hits, and it basically makes everything come out into the open. It makes everything visible. And once that happens, as I said, the so-called obstacles to our happiness, they don't exist. I mean, look, they don't exist. Look at what's coming for you, Sag, yeah? Look at what's coming. Let me just have a drink of water. I keep it coming so it stays warm. Oh, hello, tiny dog. You want to say hello to the Sagittarius? Come on, then. You saw the Ace of Cups, didn't you? Tiny's here. Hello. You've missed being on telly, haven't you, Tiny? You missed it. You're on telly now. You're on telly, Tiny. Yeah, you're on telly. Right. Get down. Good boy. You stay there. Look at what's coming up. The Ace of Cups. Yes, darling. Yes. I mean, this is an emotional... Are you sitting on mummy then? Okay. This is a emotional... Excuse me. A new emotional beginning. Now, we have these shorthands because, you know, aces are number ones, and look at him, he's just chilling. Are you getting down then? Still got his pudding on. I put that on over there. We've got this, the Ace of Cups aces are the first, number one. So they're about new beginnings, new starts. They're also lucky. They're also a spark, if you will. And this for you is exactly what you need, because it's like you've been doing what some of you have been doing what I did. You know, you stayed in that relationship or in that job. I did it both, job and relationship. You stayed in that relationship or in that job because, or you're staying in that relationship or that job because you think, well, I'm this age, or I'm a mother, you know, with parents, or we've got mortgages to pay, whatever. And it doesn't matter how much, as I said, once a tower hits, and that could be anything from anything could happen, an event, a shock event, a surprise event, but it could be anything. It could be, you know, driving to work, you go a different way and you have a revelation, or you have a dream, or you have a conversation with a stranger, or your car breaks down. It could be anything. It could be anything with the tower moment. It could be lose your job, it could be anything. But what it actually means is that all the stuff, all those myths that you've been living your life by, Tiny, honestly, you've moved my camera now. All those myths that you've been living your life by for all these years, whilst in this relationship, whilst in this, don't you dare, whilst in this relationship, whilst in this job, they mean nothing. They mean nothing of any significance, of any relevance. This is what the universe wants for you. The universe wants you to put energy into feeling better about yourself, to feeling good, to feeling happy. Look, Sag. I mean, what do you need me to say? Sorry, Tiny. What do you just punch me in the face? What? Tiny. You just want to be on telly. If you sit here, you'll be on telly. Look, if you sit there, then you're on telly now. Everyone can see you now on telly. Oh, God. Tiny, I haven't got time for this, man. Come here then. Good boy, you stay there. Okay, so look, Sag. I mean, I'm just gonna. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let you look at those cards. This is February, the first week in February. Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, love, happiness, everything you want, things that you've wanted but not gone for. Things that you've not admitted to yourself that you want with the Nine of Cups. Things that make you feel good, that you've denied you, but you've denied them. But look, we've got 9 + 1 = 10. We've got 10 of Cups now. I mean, Sag, this reading is so good. You know, we've got a new start. You're going to be feeling better about yourself, good about yourself, happier about yourself. And look, moving away from this. I mean, for some of you, this could be the end of a relationship, the end of a marriage, the end of an era. I mean, I don't know what sign Wendy Williams is, but do you know what I mean? I watch Wendy every morning on YouTube, and when I found out, I mean, I wasn't surprised because I knew what was coming, the astrology in December, and I knew the astrology in January. So I knew what was going to happen, and you are not surprised. Some of you, you've broken up with your partners or your husbands or your wives. But that's what's meant to happen, because we get a boost from the universe with these eclipses. We get a boost. 2019 is about evolution. 2019 is about revolution. about changes, about moving away from the patterns and the way that the myths that we tell ourselves, the stories that we tell ourselves. It's about moving away from all that, finally. And that's what I mean, man. When we see the Tower, that's why I celebrate. Because you're moving out with that with the Eight of Swords. Eight of Cups. You're moving it away from the negative or the things that have held you down. Look, this is what I feel like it's been like for you. I feel like you've been putting your energy and effort into trying to get away from something, from someone in your life, trying to move out of a situation. You've been trying to put your energy and effort into doing that, and it has felt futile. It has felt like no matter how much you try, you're not getting anywhere. No matter how much you put effort into trying to be happy, trying to make this relationship work, trying to make this job work, it is not working. It's not working. What? This is what I say to people. Why? I'm just having a drink. Hang on. Why do you do it? Why do you fight yourself? I mean, don't get me wrong. I fight myself. I mean, I've been ill for 3 weeks, but I've been trying to get up every day. Set my alarm like a trooper. Listen to yourself. Listen to what your body's saying. Listen to what your mind's saying. If your head keeps saying to yourself, I don't want this, but then you keep saying, but I'm going to keep trying. Why are you doing that? What's the reasons? Be honest with yourself about the reasons, because that is not providing you with security. Listen, this is the futility of putting energy and effort into manifesting something that we know is no good for us, that we realise is no good for us, that we realise we need to walk away from. And remember, I switched around these cards. This is your past, because they were like the other way around at first. And I said, I don't know why it matters, but it matters. But this is where you're going to. This is what you're going towards. And this is what you're moving away from. You're moving out of this 7, 8, 9. Look, we've got 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, 1, whatever. But you know what I'm saying. It's like you need to stop putting your energy and effort into places that are not providing you with happiness, and stop trying to convince yourself that if you try harder, if you do more, if you do it this way, it'll be better, if you blah, 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 because really, emotionally, you're staying there and you're stuck there because I'm going to say it, you feel inadequate. You feel like that's all you deserve. You feel like without this, whatever this is for you in your life as an individual, without this, people won't respect me. Who's going to take me seriously? How am I going to be able to? Are people going to think I'm strange? Are people going to think I'm weird? Whatever you're telling yourself in your head. But what you need to do is what you need to do is embrace the Tower, Sagittarius. Because I tell you what, that card is one of the best in the pack for me. I feel like a wave is coming over me of excitement. I'm excited for you. Because even if it's hard, it is going to be so worth it. Because you finally get to move away from this rubbish and toward the things that you want. So do it. Let's do it. Anyway, that's Black Eyed Peas. But that's bye. Sagittarius, I am rooting for you. I'm going to do you a little preview, actually, with this card, because look at it. I love it. Okay, Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I enjoyed that reading very much, my darling. And I think it's a great reading. I think that you've got a new emotional beginning. I just love it. Sagittarius, I love it for you. I'm happy for you, okay? So I want you to persevere. I want you to be honest with yourself. Listen, another eclipse is coming soon, You've just had an eclipse. No, that was in Leo, actually. The total eclipse was on the 21st. And this is why big things are changing. Don't be surprised this year if you end up, going on a pilgrimage or something, becoming vegan or starting to eat carbs again, whatever, something major. Don't be surprised if something major happens in your life this year, because that is what 2019 is for. It's a big year of huge amount of change, a huge amount of evolution on an individual, personal, spiritual level for everyone on the planet. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, Sagittarius. I loved it. If you did, please like this video. Oh, look. Please like this video, my darlings, and obviously leave me your comments and share the content far and wide on your social media in case it does resonate with anyone in your life. You can also subscribe by clicking the little bell below. clicking the little banner and the bell below for notifications of new uploads. And why not follow me? Follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram and on Facebook, Key Wisdom Tarot. You can always read below as well for additional information on the astrology for the month, for each month. I always change that for you. And don't forget to check out my Key Wisdom playlists. Hello, Tiny. Don't forget to check out my Key Wisdom, oh, got him, playlists for all of the... Yes, Tiny. For all of the, for any additional readings. And finally, my darling, your next reading is going to be February love reading, and I'm going to be posting that next week. Okay, Tiny, say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks a lot for being here, Sagittarius. Take care, my lovelies. Bye.